Hi. All right. So, we were gone for a trip that was about a week long. Came home and then we hosted Easter yesterday, and I had like no real fresh vegetables in the house, and so I did my shopping today, my planning today, and my prep today, and I've been up since 5, so I'm really tired. It's been a long day, and it's not even 3 o'clock. But I wanted to go ahead and show you what I was able to get done today. Again, I don't recommend doing all of this in one day because it can feel long and kind of overwhelming, and then you don't want to do that again. So to make it easier on yourself, I don't recommend doing all of this at once. All right, so we're back to our lemon water with our mineral salt, and my husband is so happy. He's not, but I've got 4 of those prepped, and then I have our lemons prepped for at least 2 more. So I'm going to have enough lemons for 8 bottles of water total. And then I don't know if it matters, but I've been buying the organic just in case because I've been putting the lemon peel in mine. Anyway, and then I did so I made my glass right now of my blue butterfly pea tea, which I think it just sounds crazy to the way you say it, like, because it makes it sound like it's butterfly pea, but I wish there was maybe it's butterfly pea flower tea. Maybe that's really the better way to say it. And this has got so many amazing health benefits. I highly recommend it. It's a very mild tea. I don't even have any stevia in it, but I probably would add just a little bit of stevia to it. And again, my husband wants his cold. And this still has some bits of the flowers. So what I did for him is I took this jar, I filled it up with water, I put it in my kettle, and then I went ahead for me and put my flowers in my my little pot. So then I just put some flowers directly in here, probably a couple tablespoons worth, and then let that steep. Scooped out the flowers and then added more water. It was so much easier than refilling my little tea thing. Let me get it and show you what it is. I hate when I leave the camera, sorry. So it's this little guy that I got from my FabFitFun. I really love it. And it has a little strainer basket already in it. And yeah, you can see my flowers in it. And it even still has some tea. This is a pretty small little glass. So last time I made this, I refilled this over and over and over again. This time I got maybe a little smarter, maybe a little lazy, and just did it straight into the mason jar. And then I did the bay leaf tea. I haven't made this in a while. And generally we just drink like a jelly jar's worth at a time. And this is still pretty hot. Okay, I prepped these are out so I can remember what I put in my smoothie bags. So I just reused these bags. They're kind of, they look maybe a little dirty just because they've been used more than once. And so what I do is I open all the bags, I get out a couple of measuring spoons, and I start with 1 drink of stevia, and then and these are optional. You can use what you can find or what you want, and you can research and find out what has the most health benefits that you care about. Again, my husband, many years ago, went in for a physical, a checkup, and it was like 9 o'clock in the morning, and they contacted him and they said, have you been drinking? Because his liver or kidney, something was up. So I try to make sure he gets dandelion extract a few times a week at least. And so I put it in my smoothie mixes. And you only need like 1/5 of a teaspoon of this. You see my Piper? She's gonna lay right here. There you go, you can see Piper. And then my homemade Duo Greens powder, because whenever I bought this stuff, it wasn't quite in stock yet, or it wasn't in stock. And I did a heaping teaspoon of that. Baobab, I did a whole tablespoon. Sunflower lecithin, this isn't necessary. Amazing health benefits, great for your brain. And I just use like a tiny little pinch in each bag. And then beetroot powder, and I used at least, I think, about a heaping teaspoon as well of this. And then 1 tablespoon of my collagen. And so what I'll do is add like a cup of kefir or yogurt, some almond milk, frozen berries, blueberries, cherries, strawberries, berry mix, some whey protein, maybe a little sweetener, and then dump this bag in, and I'm good. Like, it will take me a minute to make a smoothie compared to getting all these things out and making a bunch, or making one at a time. Okay, so I'm doing a challenge in one of my groups trying to get red and purple in every day. So I finally baked up that purple sweet potato that I bought like 2 weeks ago. And so I just have this ready to go in the fridge, and then one day, whenever I'm feeling like it, it's so perfectly baked, it's so soft. And whenever you reheat a potato, it loses some of the what is blood sugar impacting effects. I hope that makes sense. Okay, and because my oven was on when I made this and then this. So this is Serene's pickled beets, I think. I'm not a huge beet fan. I went to the store today, like I said, I did all this stuff today and I'm worn out. It's 3 beets baked, some apple cider vinegar, some salt, some pepper, and sweetener, and that might be it. So I've got this, it's gonna go in the fridge. I did my salad like I showed you before that lasts me 2 weeks if we don't eat it all. So I just got the big, I think it got to the trash, a big box of spring mix. Line it with 3 paper towels. It's a gallon bag, and then in it are my, I think you can see in there, I don't know. No, maybe not. But just a different spring mix. I line it with the paper towels to help absorb the moisture. And then get as much air out as possible. All right, those are done. And I'm gonna make one dinner real quick on live so you can see one of my, well, it's not really a recipe, it's just dump. And if you're a purist, you will never make this. This is one of those recipes that busy day, you don't care. It's gonna be on plan, but not perfect. I cooked up a little bit of chicken breast while, again, my oven was in use, baking the beets and then also the sweet potato. So I went ahead and baked up some chicken breast, and that's what I ate, a half of one, while I was working with some of my pickled okra. Okay, so this is the first time I've made this. Very interesting. I still have one in the freezer. I tried to make PB&J bark is what I tried to make. And my my freezers are not quite level. I mean, they're level, but the stuff in it isn't quite going to be level. So when I made it, you can see like they're not perfectly like flat. So what it is some cocoa. I use cacao butter and coconut butter, but you don't have to use both. Let me get a paper towel. Or a towel. Okay. All right, sorry about that. Again, and then some peanut butter, and then I put that in here. Then I added a little bit of melted chocolate chips. I used what I had. I used some Trim Healthy Mama, a little bit of Hershey's, and a little bit of Lily's. Swirled that in, and I topped it with dehydrated strawberries that I got from Big Lots a while back. I've tasted a tiny piece, and it tasted pretty good. I was hoping this would be able to sit at room temperature. Either my house is too warm. I mean, I am in Texas, and I mean, it's a little bit warm outside. It may have to be kept in the freezer, which I'm a little bit disappointed in, but what I did tasted really good. Okay. So I only have 4 dinners for the week. I've got Monday, which is today, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday I will do something with the youth, so I'll have leftovers in a salad, and then Thursday, Friday, my friend and I, or our husbands as well, we have rented hotel rooms, and then my friend and I were going to do our 10K Saturday morning, so we're just going to eat out, and so my sons will either eat leftovers, order food, I don't know, so I didn't prep a dinner for Friday. And these are all super easy. Dump in your crock pot, go away, what I want for my week. I've got to recover and unpack from the last week. Okay, this is so simple. It's ridiculous. It's not a recipe. When I bought a pork loin, I think of these pork loins, the big long ones. I bought a boneless pork loin and cut it up into different servings. So this will go in my crock pot. I have this sauce, and you can tell I did some stuff. I added some dehydrated onions, some brown sugar, some Worcestershire sauce. I have no idea how to say that. Went ahead and just kind of flavored it up a little bit. I'm gonna dump that in my crock pot, and we're gonna have coleslaw that I'll make early in the day. I can walk away after being in the kitchen for a little bit and be done. This one, oh, this is gonna be so, I'm just so excited about this recipe. When we were on our vacation, we had access to Mexican food, but it wasn't, I don't know, it's not what we're used to. And I'm used to all kinds of amazing Mexican food. So what I have is a roast, in here frozen as well. I have the onion, garlic, my lime, all my seasonings. I guess my bay leaf could have went in here. I didn't think about it. And then my chili peppers. The only thing that's not chili peppers, chipotle peppers. The only thing that's not in here is the beef broth, but I didn't really have room. So that's all that's not in here. I'm gonna chop up the onion, chop up some chipotle peppers, squeeze the juice of the lime, throw all this in my crock pot, let it cook for 8 to 10 hours. I'm gonna make some pico, and it's gonna be, I cannot wait for this recipe. It's gonna be, I'll be really disappointed if it's not that good. And then this is another super easy recipe. So this roast I got on sale for like $8 or $9. This is going to make an Asian recipe. So in here I've got, you obviously can see the garlic. I've got brown sugar substitute, sesame seed oil, rice wine vinegar, Bragg's. And then what I'm going to do, put this in my crock pot, dump this on top, let it cook, chunk it up depending on how frozen this is when I put it in the crock pot. And then I'm going to make my cauliflower fried rice, top it with some green onions and sesame seeds, and I'm going to make an Asian zucchini saute as well with a little bit of Bragg's and stuff like that to it. So we get to make sure we get plenty of vegetables with our dinner. And then I'm going to attempt in this mess to make tonight's dinner. Hi, Hershey. All right. Can't pause live TV, otherwise I would. Okay, so I have my crock pot. Nothing's in it. I've got 3 chicken breasts that I bought today, dumping that in. Okay, so these are things that I have bought from Walmart. They have a name brand, and it's like a wing recipe or something. I buy the off-brand. It has the same ingredients. It tastes great, and it's less than $2. The name brand is over $3. So you can do this recipe with either one of these easy, and there probably are other flavors. But like I said, this number 1 recipe is soybean oil. So it's really not that good for you. But it's better than pizza, frozen pizza, or delivery pizza, or Taco Bell. So I'm gonna feel okay about this. So what you do is you literally just dump this in. I should have prepped this by opening this, and I did not. So you'll just have to watch me. I feel such a dork. Okay, maybe that's, there we go. Okay. And you just dump the thing in. I have extra garlic that I'm adding just because, I mean, we like garlic in my house. And then you add cream cheese and Parmesan cheese to it. Garlic's just a little bit strong. If you use this one and the chicken and reduced fat cream cheese, you're making a fuel pool protein. This one is not a fuel pool protein, and what you will not see me do, because I totally forgot, I'm gonna add about a 1/4 cup of heavy cream to this and shake it up add it in here so we don't leave too much of the yummy stuff in here. Let me get my cream cheese. My Walmart is completely out of reduced fat cream cheese of all sizes, all brands. So this is regular fat, which again, I prefer to use reduced fat when I can, just because. And then I've got I don't know, maybe a quarter, half a cup of Parmesan cheese. I'm just gonna dump it in. And because I'm making this so stinking late, because this is taking me most of my day to get done, I'm gonna cook it on high instead of low. And that's it. Like, it literally is dump, dump, dump. Put it in your crock pot. Now, you can try to make, like, keep your chicken, like whole chicken breast and slice it. I'm going to shred it, serve it with a salad, and put it on top of some sort of either on-plan pasta. I may have a spaghetti squash, so that it's going to be the Trim Healthy Mama-esque low-carb dinner. Super easy, super fast, and it could be perfect as well for meal prep for your week or busy dinner. Pull this stuff out of your fridge and your pantry, or freezer meal prep. You dump this in the bag, add a little heavy cream. You can add your cream cheese if you want. A lot of times, if I'm going to cook it on low, I just like to let my meat and my sauce cook, and then I'll add the cream cheese about an hour to 2 hours before I'm ready to eat it or make it up. You can put this in wraps. You can put this on unplanned bread, over mashed cauliflower. This is such a versatile, easy dinner. That's it. Thanks for watching. Now that I'm back and we have to eat on plan since we're no longer on vacation, if you have any questions about anything that I have made or more information about something, please don't hesitate to ask, and I will do my best to answer. Again, thanks for watching, and I hope you had a great Easter.